Hello, everyone. Welcome to Biz Meet. Thank God speaking here, or you can call me Tanke. So, what is Biz Meet, right? Biz Meet is just a simple guide to get you started with blockchain, Web3, base blockchain, and the whole ecosystem at large, right? So, Base Meet is it's towards beginner, like it's curated for beginners mostly, with beginners in mind. So if you are an OG in this space, you can just stop the video here and go on with your life. Okay, just kidding. So yeah, base is for everyone. So base meet is also for everyone. So in this guide, we'll be exploring a few things, right? We want to know what blockchain and Web3 is. We'll get to know the history of blockchain, and then we get to know what base blockchain is and the solutions it provides to Ethereum and the ecosystem at large. Then finally, we get to know how to contribute, collaborate, build on base, and of course, start earning in this space, right? So without further ado, let's jump into it. So first off, what is blockchain and Web3, right? So for starters, blockchain is shared. It's an immutable ledger, right, that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in a network, right? But what are these assets, you may ask? An asset can be anything tangible, right? Like a house, your car, even your cash and your land, right? Or it can be intangible, like your copyright, your branding, your intellectual properties, and even digital assets such as NFTs and cryptocurrencies, right? Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Near, and all of that, USDT and stuff, right? And for the case of these tangible assets being on the blockchain, it's made possible by something called tokenization of real world assets, right? So in this blockchain, right, all members share a single view of the truth. Why is that? Because everything is public, right? Everything is shared in public. It's immutable, it cannot be changed, right? So since it's public, everyone can go verify it, and it can never be changed once it is placed on the blockchain. There is no need for trust, right? There's a single view of truth. Everyone sees the details of a transaction from an end to an end, from beginning to the final destination of that transaction is being recorded on the blockchain, right? And this gives greater confidence. It opens new opportunities to the world, and even its efficiencies that it brings to the internet, right? But you may ask, how does blockchain transactions actually happen? How does it occur, right? So first off, when each transaction occurs, it is recorded as a block of data, right? Each of these data is connected to one after another, right? And remember, they are blocks. So these transactions are blocked together in an irreversible chain, which we call a blockchain, right? So to virtually represent that, so it's easier for you to visualize what is going on. Uh, so I got this image here. As you can see, a transaction is requested, right? Maybe from your wallet or from your computer, from your smartphone. You're trying to perform a transaction, right? A block that represents the transaction is created, right? Now, this block is sent to every node in the network, like every computer running this blockchain software. They are being informed that a transaction is about to happen, right? So everyone is informed, it's public. Then it gets validated, then it goes through, right? Like this nodes, they agree that this transaction is going to happen, and it happens. So when it happens, it is added to the existing blockchain as a block, and it is connected to other blocks, and it can never be changed. So it becomes a block of chains, right? So the blockchain, then the transaction is complete, right? So now we know what blockchain is, right? So let's know what Web3 is. What's Web3? So Web3 is actually the third version of the internet, right? Which comes with so many amazing features for this our current world. But before we know what Web3 really is, we need to understand what Web1 and Web2 is, right? So Web 1 existed pre 2000s, like that is from the 1990s, right? Web 1 started when the internet was introduced to the world, right? But there was an issue with Web 1. We could only go to the internet and read things. We can't write into the internet. There was no avenue for collaboration, right? No avenue for collaboration. Then we went on to the early 2000s, which saw the rise of this second version of the web, right? It is the participative social web, right? It is brought about products like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of these amazing websites and products we use today. They are all Web 2, right? But they came with their own problems, right? What are these problems? The consumers are the product, right? You go on YouTube, you want to sign up, you want to create an account, it's free. You can create an account for free. You go on Twitter, you create an account for free. Every social media platform out there, every blogging site, you can go there and just create an account for free. But it comes with a problem. You become the target of adverts because these companies need to generate money, right? So how do they generate money? They push out annoying adverts to you that you may not even be interested in, right? There is censorship. You have restrictions to things you can post and things you can't post. There is no freedom, right? Uh, the value is being acquired by a handful, right? So you go on these social platforms, you go on these Web2 platforms, you create content, you do stuff there, and at the end of the day, even if they have an incentivized program, they still share the dividends with you. They still share all of it with you. Like they take 50%, 60%, 70%, and give you like 30% of your total earnings, right? Like these corporations own everything. So that was where Web3 had to step in, right, to become the present and future of the internet, which introduced this amazing technology called blockchain and introduced with it something called smart contract, which we'll get to know more about later, right? But with this Web3, the third version of the internet, you can actually read stuff from the blockchain. You can write stuff to the blockchain. You can execute stuff on the blockchain by the via smart contract, and you can own things, right? Like this real world assets, like tokenized assets and NFTs, like all of that, it can be yours and yours alone. Like nobody has to share any revenue with you if you earn anything. If you put anything out there on the blockchain, nobody has to share anything with you, right? So so we're done with what blockchain and Web3 is. If you don't really understand everything that's going on, don't worry. I've put in links to resources, awesome resources that can get you up to speed and teach you everything you need to know about blockchain in a nutshell or in depth, right? So let's talk about the history of blockchain. So blockchain technology originated with the publication of a white paper in 2008. A white paper being like a document that states everything an individual is trying to pass across about a product or about something, right? And this was done by an anonymous individual or probably a group with the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, which brought about the Bitcoin blockchain, right? So on the Bitcoin blockchain, there was a digital currency called Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is a digital coin. It's like money. We can use it to buy things or send it to other people, right? But unlike regular money, we can't hold Bitcoin in our hands. Instead, Bitcoin is stored in wallets helps help us keep it safe and secure, right? But Bitcoin was very limited. Bitcoin could only do one thing. You could only Bitcoin blockchain actually could only do one thing. You could only send Bitcoin to someone and receive Bitcoin from someone only as a store of value, right? But beyond Bitcoin blockchain, second most popular cryptocurrency or blockchain is Ethereum, which was developed in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin. So let's just get that up. So by Vitalik Buterin. Ethereum, just like Bitcoin, is a decentralized global platform that relies on blockchain technology, right? What differs Bitcoin what differs Ethereum from Bitcoin, right? And which has made Ethereum unique and helped it gain popularity is the ability to write these things called smart contracts, right? I know you have been hearing about this a lot in this since I started talking, but we'll get to know what smart contracts are in a bit, right? And subsequently, with the help of this smart contract, build decentralized protocols on top of Ethereum chain, meaning that you build things that have no central authority. These big corporations have no say on what you build on the blockchain, right? So this is Vitalik Buterin. He's a computer programmer that start talking about this new type of blockchain in 2013 and brought it to life in 2015, right? All right. So a blockchain smart contract, what is that? It is a special type of computer program that is stored on the internet or on the blockchain and can automatically carry out the terms of a contract without the need for human intervention, right? So this brought about a very huge boom in blockchain transactions. Anyone could go learn languages like Solidity, build amazing products, put it on the blockchain. They could also natively send and receive Ethereum and do incredible stuff on Ethereum. All was going well until there came several problems, right? Like scalability, and so many other things. But I highlighted two massive stuff, yeah, that were like the main limitations of Ethereum, right? So they were relatively low throughput, like low transaction throughput. Transactions became extremely slow, and validation of transactions became extremely the rates became very slow. And what did this cause? This created high cost of transaction. It was so high and so unbearable that people started leaving Ethereum blockchain and started opting for other newer blockchains that had cheaper gas fees, like the Solana blockchain and the others, right? So that is where Base came into play, right? So Bitcoin blockchain and Ethereum blockchain are the founding fathers of blockchain. So they are called the layer one blockchains, right? So Base blockchain is a layer two blockchain, like it is built on top of a layer one blockchain. And Base blockchain is built on top of the Ethereum blockchain to do what? To scale Ethereum, to provide solutions Ethereum specifically for these two problems, especially the high cost, right? So, what exactly is Base blockchain? So, Base blockchain is created by Coinbase, right? It is an optimistic roll up solution. So, if you don't understand what this, just simply put that it's a solution, right, that focuses on creating seamless user experiences on Ethereum, right? It aims to provide an accessible entry point for users new to the ecosystem or even those already in the ecosystem. It balances ease of use with core benefits of scalability, reducing transaction cost to a fraction, right? And Base distinguishes itself by emphasizing simplicity, security, and of course, it has a massive developer support, right? And this is one of the core strengths of Base, right? It's aiming to foster greater adoption on Ethereum ecosystem, right? And this is number one mission of Base to onboard the next 1 billion users on chain and Ethereum ecosystem at large, right? And of course, other awesome innovations within the blockchain space, right? So, of course, there will be resources to know like more about base blockchain in depth, right? So, now this asks the question, right? How do I get involved? Okay, now I've heard about this awesome technology, right? I want to contribute, right? I want to collaborate with people like-minded people. I want to build on this blockchain. I want to bring my creativity on this blockchain, right? And I want to earn from this ecosystem, of course, right? So To do that, the first thing you are supposed to do is watch this video, which you are doing that already. So kudos. You're already on the right track, right? So next up, you need to create a Webcast account, right, on Farcaster, right? So if you want to contribute and collaborate, you need to create a Webcast account. Then you need to join our communities, like the Base Pioneers community on WhatsApp. I think it's now this Enugu for but it's open to everybody, right? So we have the Faka based Telegram group, right, on Telegram, and we have our X community, right? Our official base Africa community. It's on X and on Discord. I will also include the Discord server link after this video, right? And of course, I said there are resources, but we'll get back to this. But let's focus on Webcast, right? So what is Webcast? So Webcast is a decentralized social media platform created by Farcaster. And Webcast is where you have the opportunity to showcase what you built on Base weekly and earn from, right? So I'll also introduce you to a website called rounds.wtf. And what is round.wtf? Round.wtf is simply another website that keeps track of all earning opportunities and all earnings on Webcast and uh, on all the layer twos of Ethereum on Base blockchain and others, right? So first off, as you can see here, as you can see here, this is just a funny meme, right? About blockchain, like blockchains can scale and stuff. Like, yeah, this person brought their creativity on chain, right? And we have others. See, everybody has a way of showing their creativity. Everybody is contributing, right? But how do you contribute? How do you contribute and earn exactly? So to do that, I will walk you through rounds.wtf and show you exactly how it works, right? So rounds has recently been rebranded and upgraded, but I'll still walk you through. All right. So in order to bring on the next 1 billion users on chain, right? Base is incentivizing its builders, right? You come on Base, you build amazing stuff that people need, and you get incentivized at the end of the week, right? So these are the rules, right? So the rule is from Friday to Monday, what do? You share a post in base build, right? So whenever you see a forward slash in front of a name, it means that is a channel on Webcast, right? That starts with this week I built, right? To earn a share of 2.25 Ethereum weekly, right? So you may ask, what do I build on Base? Like, I can't code. I am not a technical person. I just got into blockchain. I'm not a developer, right? Base Base actually is for everyone. You don't necessarily need to know how to code, right? So I will show you what others have done. But before I show you that, I just need to give you a little analogy so you understand how to earn from Base blockchain and from Webcast or from Base Build, right? So first off, um, I said there are other earning opportunities apart from Base Build. So on rounds, if you look at all these channels with a green glow, it means there is an active earning opportunity in there. So what you just do is you click on that channel, you go over to the right side and read the rules. Then you go to Webcast and go to the channel. So in our case, Base Build, right? You follow the channel and then you make your cast, like you post what you have built, right? So what can you build on base. Okay, so the little analogy I talked about. So imagine base is like a new store at your street, right? Let's say a new bakery store or a new bakery, yeah, like a bread bakery, right? And they just opened new, and they came up with a rule that, states that every week you have to do something that talks about them, right? And from Friday till Monday, there's a 3 day window for you to say, this week I did this, I did that. And if it is liked, if your post is liked or whatever you did is liked by eligible users, meaning the owners of this bakery, right? So you can go over to base build on Friday all the way through Monday, and you make your post like, this week I built. But you don't start earning immediately. You have to do something that makes maybe base core team members, or maybe OGs in the base ecosystem like your cast, right? So once they like your cast, you start earning a portion of Ethereum, right? Or if the bakery the owners of the bakery like what you did for them, your marketing skills, maybe your branding skills, and whatever you did for them, you get a share of, let's say, that bread they have, right? But it's not for your taking alone. Other people, okay, so immediately these OGs or these core team members like what you did, you get a slice of that bread, right? But you can't take it till after the 3 days window. Then whatever slice you get at the end of the 3 days, like Monday evening, it gets automatically sent to your connected wallet address, and just like that, you are earning from base ecosystem by actually building. So you might ask, what can I build? Right? You need to build things that satisfy one of these or both of these requirements. So first off, you need to build stuff that gets people on chain, that gets people pumped up to want to come on chain, right? To kind of explain to people, make people want to know what's going on with this ecosystem. I've been hearing of Base all over my Twitter feed, like everywhere. What can I do to make people know more about this amazing technology, right? Um, and second, you can do stuff that will keep people informed with what is already going on in the ecosystem. Like people already in the ecosystem, you could make guides, you could sing a song, you could compose, you could be a technical writer. Let's say you pick up maybe someone is building something on base already. You could go over there, um, use the product, give a technical breakdown of what the product is all about. You could be a graphic designer, you could be a product designer. You come up with ideas. You can build just anything that resonates around this idea of getting people on chain or keeping people on chain, right? So I'll show you what others did and also what I did and how I've been earning from this. So I'll just go to contributors. And for the writers, I would like to show you this amazing writer that has been actively building on base and has been earning. So you know that, okay, as a writer, you can bring this to the table and earn from this amazing incentive program. All right. So one of the resources will even be from this user, right? Okay. So what did this person do? Let's check out one of the things this person did. So a month ago, this person wrote uh, a thread on Twitter about the project and introduce friends to using their wallets, right? About onboard wallet and standard project that they discovered during on-chain summer. So you see, as a writer, you can write a Twitter thread showing people the amazing stuff you have discovered on base, and within Friday till Monday, you go on base build and you cast this week I built, right? So not only that, maybe you can be a creative writer also. So I'll also show you another amazing creative writing by one of our builders, right? Okay, so this person right here is a creative writer. So what did this person do? This person uh this person wrote about Jesse Pollack, that is the creator of Base, in a creative way. And like 11 days ago, this person ended, and what did the person do? This person wrote an interesting creative story, like an incredibly interesting and creative story about Base blockchain, right? So I will show you what I did. Okay, just one more thing. Let me show you a designer. Right. So what did this person do? This person is a designer. This was just 5 days ago, and this person built what? Inspired by base creativity, they decided to craft a design on Figma with a logo mark for what? For gamers. So this person is trying to create a niche for gamers. Like this could officially be potentially turn out to officially become the logo mark or the logo for base gamers, right? And this person didn't only earn from base build. This person earned from another channel in Webcast called the Super Chain, right? So the Super Chain is run by Optimism, right? And what did this person do? This person went over to the Super Chain channel and read the instructions, and the instruction there was just to ask anything about the Super Chain, to ask about Optimism, to ask about blockchain in total. And this was the person's question. So since the Super Chain ecosystem is collective headquarters for everything, like are we expecting a Super Chain utility token, right? And the person just made a little design here about it, and the person earned 60 Optimism, right? So you also can earn from other channels, and particularly I would like to also draw the attention of 3D animators, graphic designers, and like designers in general. You guys have great earning opportunities. Everyone has great earning opportunities, right? So I'll just go through another channel where you can earn from. Then finally, I go through all the stuff I did to earn, right? Then I'll run you through the resources and we call it a day, right? So in this channel called Nouns Draw, right? So if we go over to Webcast and we search for Nouns Draw, right? Okay, right. We see that the price pool, the reward pool, everyone is going to share for this earning, like for this channel right now is 0.5 Ethereum, right? 0.5 Ethereum. And what is the rule? So you go back to the right side, just as I said, and look out for the rules. So it says that you should post nounish illustrations. So when you come on this channel, you get to know what they mean by nounish illustrations, right? You earn it from Fakastar, right? Like this week, they are creating memes around what Fakastar means, like to you. Anything from people on it, you see, to apps being built on it, or its contrast with Twitter, all this game, right? So, but what you have to do is you have to do an illustration. So, sorry, an animation, right? So you need to make a nounish animation and post it on Noun's Illustrator channel to get rewarded. And this time of year shows when the rewards will be unlocked. So there's still 4 days left to jump on this, right? So back to base build. One final point I'm missing. Back to base build. Then finally what I did, right? So remember, base build has a rule of building and posting what you built from Friday to Monday, right? So this last round ended on August 26th, right? So if we check our calendar to confirm the date, August 26th was a Monday, right? And we can further confirm that by going back in time. So we can scroll down here to start seeing other rounds that have been done. So on base build channel, actually this round started on April 29th, May 6th, and if you check it, it's always 7 days after. So it's every week. May 20th, May 22nd, June 3rd, June 10th, June 17th, all the way to this month we're in August. So let's check this other round that ended in August 12th. If we go to our calendar to confirm, August 12th was also a Monday, and the next one obviously will be um 5th of August. So you see it's every Friday to Monday. Then over here, when you start earning, you then see the total amount of Ethereum you are earning, and your post will be displayed on nouns. And also on your webcast, you go to your notifications, you go to your mentions. So the rounds bot will notify you that you are earning, right? So you click on view, then it shows you the total amount of Ethereum you earned for that week, right? So this was the last base build rounds I earned from, and this is the total amount of Ethereum I got. So you can um, yeah, so you can explore rounds, you can explore webcasts and stuff, come up with ideas, join our communities, collaborate with people for ideas and also engagements, right? So finally, let me show you what I did, right? So anything or any skill you have, you can bring it on board. All right. So what does this show you? This shows you that I've been earning from base builds for 4 weeks now, right? So what did I do on the first week? So that week, what did I build? I built a concise video guide on how to like sign up for something called onboard wallet, which is built on base to support all of these Ethereum layer tools, right? So I made a video showing how you can sign up, and that was how I end that week. So it was liked by these OGs in the space, and this is the total amount of Ethereum I earned. So we can check the price to USD. Right now it's $24, that amount of Ethereum, but then the market was pretty down. So I think it was like $20 I earned then, right? But just for contrast, so we just check it, right? So what did I do the next week, which was like 18 days ago? What did I do? I said this week I did what? I created a guide to help share. they love, right? So I created a guide on how you can gift a Webcast account to a friend, right? So Webcast, to create a Webcast account is not free, right? Because it's being built on the blockchain. Any transaction you make on the blockchain needs to be charged a gas fee, right? So to create a Webcast account, it costs $5, right, in crypto, right? But if you have like a debit Nigerian Mastercard, I believe the rate there is a bit cheaper. I think it will cost you like 5,000 naira or so, right? So in the resources also, I also leave a link to a guide by one of our amazing writers on how to create a Webcast account. So it will be pretty easy for you, right? So what did I do that week? I did that, and this is the amount of Ethereum I earned then. So if we are comparing it with the current market price of Ethereum, it's around $28. So if I had left it in my wallet, it will have amounted to that by now, right? So we don't always earn Ethereum every time. Sometimes we earn other tokens, right? So we can change this token called build to Ethereum and know the price, but I'm not going to do that for time's sake. Then the very last week, what did I do? I kind of did a lot. So I hosted our very first town hall meeting, right? So your engagement on Base blockchain or products revolving around Base also gets you. You are also building, right? So on Base is for everyone. You are a builder. If you engage, you are a builder. If you build stuff, you are a builder. If you explain stuff, you are a builder. Isn't that incredible? So next up, I also got my base name, right, which is a form of ownership. Remember, we talked about blockchains giving you the power to own everything you put on there. So, yeah. So I joined several insightful community spaces, right? And that got me 0.0032 Ethereum. So if we just compare that with the current market price of Ethereum, that's around $8 or $9. Yeah. So basically, that's how you earn from base. So you can earn as an animator, you can earn as a writer, you can earn as a designer, you can earn as the list is not exhaustive, right? The opportunities are so much. You can earn as anything as long as you always do it in line with the mission of base to onboard the next 1 billion people, right? And also to make sure that these are things people actually need. These are things that guide people. These are things that are insightful, right? So basically, that's it. I could talk about this non-stop, but because of time, I have to stop it here. I have to end here and go over the resources, right? So now you've watched this video. Um, I'll give you a thumbs up. So that's awesome of you, right? So of course, you create a webcast account on Fakasta. And don't forget to join our communities on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on X, on Discord. Just follow us everywhere. Follow the likes of Jesse Polak. Follow our awesome OGs in the space like Yele. Follow our awesome ambassador for Africa, Coco Code. Just keep following everybody. Remember, aside the incentives, you should fall in love with what you are doing on base, right? You should have this spirit of contributing. You should have this zeal to collaborate with people. You should really build, and obviously you are going to earn. You're going to earn good, right? So going down to the resources, I would like you to take your time. If you are a total newbie to Web3, it can be very confusing, I know. So I have curated these guides, these links, right? These links for you. So the first one is Geek for Geeks, showing you how the blockchain works, right? So you just go over there and read this very short article on how blockchain works. Then to further solidify your knowledge of blockchain, Web3, the internet, and all of this stuff, you can go to Yellow Network, right? They have an amazing course there. So I'll just show you that. Okay, cool. So when you come to Yellow University, you just click on getting started. You sign in with your maybe your Gmail account, right? I've already enrolled on it. So you take the course. So you see, I'm done with the course 100%. So you just take the course over time, right? So this course runs you through the basics of Web3, blockchain technology, something called DeFi, decentralized finance. So you start getting in depth into what blockchains are. You get to know what NFTs, DAOs are. You get to know what TradeFi, what DEXs and SEXs are. Like in total, you get to know about smart contracts. You get to know about layer zero, layer one, layer twos, just everything in general, everything you need to know about blockchain. It's an amazing course I would like all beginners to take, right? Then if you want if you want to get started with base, right, because you're here for base, right? So this is a detailed guide base written by one of our amazing contributors, right? So you just click the link, you head over to the article. I think it's on Medium. um yeah, then one of our writers wrote a Twitter thread on how to create a webcast account, and also how to make a cast. That's how to use and navigate the webcast itself. So as you can see, these people are providing value on base blockchain, on base ecosystem, right? And they are earning from it. So that is just exactly what you need to do. You need to be enthusiastic about it. You need to be like have this collaborative mindset and want to always do stuff that people can gain from, right? So you just go through all these resources, and with time I will add more resources that will further solidify all we have talked about, right? So I really want to thank you for showing up, watching this video, right? So when you're done with everything, you can see if you're done with the how to, and you go to the resources. So I really want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to actually watch this video to the end, and yeah, for taking out time out of your busy schedule to watch this video, right? I believe you must have learned something from this, and you also must have a lot of questions. So just go through the resources, join our communities, ask questions. We don't bite. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.